We're seeing mission creep in Ukraine. 4 months ago, the U.S. was warning against sending Western fighter jets to the country, saying it would be escalatory and not impact the balance of the fight. Here was then Defense spokesperson John Kirby.
The intelligence community has assessed that the transfer of MiG-29s to Ukraine may be mistaken as escalatory and could result in a significant Russian reaction that might increase the prospects of a military escalation with NATO. We assess that adding aircraft to the Ukrainian inventory is not likely to significantly change the effectiveness of the Ukrainian Air Force relative to Russian capabilities.
And that was just regarding Poland sending some old MiGs. The idea of sharing U.S. aircraft with the Ukrainians was rejected outright. President Joe Biden warned that it could lead to a series of escalations that trigger World War III. An unusual amount of restraint shown by the White House at the time, but not anymore. At the end of last week, defense officials announced they are now considering supplying Ukraine with fighter jets to help the country fend off a Russian invasion. The United States Congress is playing a role in this escalation. Senators from both parties sent a letter this month to the Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, urging him to provide advanced fighter jets to Ukraine. And the Defense Authorization Act currently being worked on includes an amendment raising $100 million to train Ukrainian pilots on U.S. fighter planes. The Wall Street Journal reported that the administration's reversal in position on this was due to, quote, Ukraine's tenacious battlefield performance and a tacit understanding that Kyiv is likely to lean closer to the NATO alliance in the future. That would suggest U.S. defense officials are anticipating total victory in Ukraine and not a negotiated settlement, since all contours of a settlement thus far have involved Ukraine not joining NATO. And so, the war rages on. And its knock-on effects are now being felt in space, too, where Russia announced it will no longer be participating in the International Space Station after 2024, a move that could render the ISS inoperable since it depends on both U.S. and Russian components to carry out its mission.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.